Today, the Trump administration rescinded a memo about his controversial executive order to freeze trillions in federal dollars. But this afternoon, the White House says they only rescinded the memo itself, and they do plan to move forward on some sort of freeze, though the details aren't really clear.
Amelia Strahan tells us how everyday Louisianians might or might not be impacted by this freeze and why many say they're relieved.
2 days after it was signed, the Trump administration called off an order that would have frozen trillions of federal dollars.
Most Louisianians understand what it's like to need our government's assistance, no matter what you think about it, because of the disasters that have struck Louisiana.
Storm relief, streets, security, scholarships, and shelters are just a few of the areas that benefit from federal grants and loans. Greater New Orleans Housing Authority President Andronika Morris says the impact the freeze would have had on the city's most vulnerable hit closest to home.
The initial order cut programs like the voucher program, Section 8 voucher programs. For them to, they're all suddenly displaced, finding themselves homeless. How are they going to keep their jobs? How are they going to get their kids to school?
But Governor Jeff Landry defended the president's intentions.
What he's trying to do is make sure that federal dollars have the greatest impact on the programs that they support.
At a press conference Wednesday, Governor Landry said President Donald Trump is trying to make government programs more efficient.
I'm sure that they're going to be going back to the drawing board.
Congressman Troy Carter says that drawing board is what he's worried about.
Our suspicion is that they will try another way. The president has, it appears to have a debt to settle by finding money to support the tax breaks to the very rich.
Elected officials weren't the only ones speaking out. When the order was rolled out Monday, objections started rolling in. The Sexual Trauma Awareness and Response Organization said survivors could lose access to critical services and won't receive the healing and justice they deserve. And the Louisiana Legislative Black Caucus called it a vicious and direct attack on our most vulnerable citizens in the state. Morris says she's cautiously optimistic, but is expecting more battles ahead.
Something of a small victory, but we have to be vigilant.
Amelia Strahan, WWL, Louisiana.
A federal judge blocked the executive order a day after it was signed and minutes before it would have taken effect.